Hi, Jane from London. Hi, Carmen from New England. Just setting this up on my YouTube and we'll get started. Have you noticed the full moon last night? It was so beautiful. Hi, Jane from and so vibrant and bright, isn't it? Aloha from Hawaii. Amazing. Mm. Hi, and Meet from Netherlands. Hi, Suzanne. And did anyone feel the energies of the eclipse and the solar flares? It's been a fun ride the weekend. Very part of it, or did you skip that? I was sharing that in the group that it was a very interesting weekend. It's like a sudden drop in the energies, the muscle cramps, and tendency to have a coma nap, restless night of sleeps. So I just feel like so far this morning has been more brighter, more in a stability, difficulty to sleep. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. But also that shows like, how we are growing and we are allowing ourselves to feel into the physical aspect as well. Hope you guys took it as like a rest and rather than resisting it or feeling why me, rather surrender and go with the wave. Mm. My name is Srimanju. I'm here based in Seattle, but originally from India, and then parts of 2 decades lived in India, 2 decades in Ireland, and here in Seattle now. I've been into Reiki, Akashic Records. I do have a podcast, also written a book, Connect Your Inner Guide. So, all that, I have also started witnessing these energies with the full moon, new moon. Way back when I was trained in Reiki, I became super sensitive to notice it, admire it, and see how the seeds that we planted are growing through as well. So that allowed me to bring more of Reiki energy work into through distance, through people connecting, as it's not easy to go through what we are going through but have some support system. And that's where I do come here on the full moon and the new moon times to share that energy space with us all. Like as a collective, I believe in the collective consciousness as we do the work, as in like surrender, rest, like, how profound, meaningful our life becomes as reset happens, a mini reset happens, and then you are more productive. I feel more clarity come through even after channeling the energy work. Yeah. And after I was trained into Akashic records around 2013, I said, like, let me channel into like, what's that forecast about? What is that energy about that is holding the space into with our full moon or the new moon as well. So I do share that a little bit of it, but again, like anything, like, take what resonates with you. Something doesn't resonate with it, park it to the side. Like, not everything has to really resonate with everyone as well, because you might be ahead of your things or you might be behind, like, or it's not in the conscious awareness as well. Like, take really the parts that sit with your heart. So the words that came up as for the Akashic messages for this full moon is about connection. Connection. I'll be looking into the reference of my notes as well as I've written it down. So the connection is like, it's not about like releasing or anything in this full moon. It's more about connecting onto the seeds that you have planted before, because it's quite getting overwhelmed. Like, every time the new intention, new seeds to be planted, right? And we do even forget, like I do forget, like what was my idea unless I look back into my journal. If there are multiple things that I'm going to be playing around the same time of my intentions, I want to finish my second book, like, or I want to publish my deck of cards. Like, yeah, there are too many moving aspects, and if we do forget but it feels overwhelmed. Anyone feeling that? Like, which one should I focus? Which is the most important priority? Or the work or the family life? All these also create a lot of havoc within us. So here the guidance, the guides we're showing is like, just go back to all your maybe journals if you have written them, or remembrances of what have you planted, especially a few months ago, like, the seeds, and check in how are they doing it, like, because sometimes like even getting a tick box on your to-do list is amazing, isn't it? As it's finished and you feel so proud about it. Yeah, to go back and refer, like, does that seed or the intention needs more support, or are you happy how it is going? Is there many other portals that it needs to allow, like more people to be connected with, or you are feeling a resistance there, or you're not feeling supported in that project? It's about rechecking in, like, so you can know, like, actually I've done my best here and nothing is moving, but I feel like I can just park it for now or pause it and see how I'll come back to it later. Or a remembrance of a new idea might come to a particular project, and you might feel, oh, I have forgotten about it. Now that I have this new idea, let me implement and see, check in how I'm feeling into it. Like, so we are not really pulling new things, but just working on what we already have to complete it, or even to check in, like, do I need to finish? No, it's okay. It's done halfway through, and let's move forward. Yeah. So this is that moment, like, really going inwards with what you have planted to come out of it. Yeah. And that hope that resonates with you guys, like, because I do feel like, that's really deep one, as we are not carrying too many baggages. Like, it's easier to focus and get things, maybe only 2 or 3 ideas that we are really pushing through, and once that's getting done, something else is already brewing up deep inside. All right, okay, let's get that into flow. But once whatever the completion or whatever your part is to be done, you feel satisfied, you feel heart centered, and that allows you to move through. And also sit with that even after you receive Reiki healing in this call, as like a lot of things could be clearing up, energy centers are opened up as well. So there would be new information that are coming through. And this beautiful period is all about the downloads. Like, if you are not going to sleep in the middle of the night, rather than tossing turning, surrender. All right, okay, I get you. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Let me know what I need to know at this moment of time. Watch your breath, like engage with your breath constantly. It slows you down and slowly hypnotizes you into a deeper conversation with your higher mind, with your spirit guides, like, or you need some messages, like, feeling, observing into your body, which part of your body is calling in, send the gratitude to it, have that open body talk conversations. And that gives you a perspective which you wouldn't have done it if we were sound asleep, right? And I always see like these the download times or the resistance times or the body aches, the muscle cramps, the headaches, especially the neck pains. All these are about expansion of energies coming, because they're only for short periods of time. And in those short periods, like, we are stretching and we are allowing these energy downloads to come through. I'm just going to show you by a prop that I generally show in for the children in the mindfulness. Yeah. So if you observe this, like, when you are expanding, this prop is expanding too, right? And that is a discomfort because it's been set into a particular way of like, okay, this is my normal situation. But with these moon cycles or the eclipse or equinox, I'm ready to receive new information. How would you receive it, right? It's the light codes activating in your body. It's the information that's already been stored. It's triggering up to remember who you truly are. I'm talking from the soul record, soul contracts we already made in, right? I'm saying this is what I want to become. This is how I want to show up. This is how I want to be part of the bigger picture in the life. life. No more playing the smaller parts of me, myself, and how I can adjust to the environment. But what is my gift here that I want to share, that I have always been ready to share, but I never had an opportunity? Now, when we ask those opportunities to drop in, they are dropping in. So they are making a slight adjustments in your physical self and also in your mind capacity as well. And you are expanding. And this is where your expanded consciousness is about. Yeah. So once we have this information, I hope you're all making connections to that. So once we have those downloads into our blueprint as coming through the lightness, so there is a decode happening. So someone is speaking Spanish to me, I can't understand. There is a translation within me. It's opening up and revealing into the language I can understand. And to understand it, journaling is a good process. Nature connection is a good process. Resting is a good process. Like, you are asking constantly yourself, like, how better can I be? Like, show me, universe, what I'm ready to see, hear, connect, like, so you are getting more symbolics as well. If anyone has been seeing symbols or light codes, like, or light language wanting to, or singing, like, getting more into the conversation of impromptu kind of things you wanted to do, and it's making you feel excited, that's where this whole energy is expanding into. Just going to pause there and check in. How are you guys feeling? Does that resonate with you? Very much feeling that overwhelming sense and resistance as I seek focus and flow. Yeah, and also asking ourselves, I do this exercise for myself as when I'm feeling overwhelmed, like, what am I carrying? Like, what is that extra baggage of energy I'm carrying? Like, is that something I'm overlooking because I'm catering for everyone? Like, or is it in my auric field that energy is suppressing me not to feel my own self? Maybe it's an engagement I had with a friend and it's all about, like, down kind of limited beliefs. It could be, and where they don't want to move out of it and repeated kind of a conversations, and I'm not able to give much light there and just shift it up. Like, maybe I'm not for everyone, accepting that and bringing our energies back to ourselves. Yeah. And that releases like my overwhelm as well, and surrendering. Okay, if it's not for that, let's see what I can do with my own gifts. Like, say for example, you have um a beautiful book and a pen you want to gift for someone, but actually that person has a chronic arthritis, they can't use it. Doesn't mean your gift is not good enough, it's just that they can't use it. So we will find who can actually use it where they can't, right? No point in giving more of a burden. So but we'll find someone who can really admire this book they need, and they want to journal and they want to take on a new practice, right? So it's about shifting our perspectives and understanding what's happening within us that we need to tap into and remove and open, expand. So remembering like opening and expanding are the most important thing. Yeah. Yes, when I'm channeling, I do speak faster. It's something that downloads come in so fast that I need to speak faster. Yeah. But I do like use the metaphors as well. That makes it more of a connection. So what else were they showing? Yeah, and they were also showing the symbol of like how the moon goes through the phases. Like, if the moon can show up, like, every 15 days, every day there is a change in her, and she shines bright, and then slowly you will see like less and less and less light. But it's not that she is changing. Our view towards her is changing as we are going through her energy cycle, right? And that's what we need to remember. The people that might resonate with us may not resonate. The ones you resonate with someone may not resonate. Like, we are all changing, and remembering, like, who is with me right now? Like, am I doing a justice in this relationship? And moving forward is the most important thing that we need to be connecting with. Yeah. And with that connection comes in the heart expansion, the heart resonance, and the heart opening, like, which is beautiful, which allows you again to come back and connect connect to your breath that has been submerged deep inside, where we have forgotten to take deep breaths, or we are not recognizing or even breathing. Like, yeah. And that is where this beautiful deep growth is coming through. And I was also being drawn to pick up a card, which I'm sharing right before our energy work. Usually I do afterwards, but this was showing up such a beautiful thing. It says, the central sun, abundance downloads, regeneration, and success. The sun and the bee there. So this is how we are expanding, going towards, like, going closer to our truths. Like, it could be a bit of hurtful, but also when you understand the truth, you are going in the wave sync, not the against it. So the flow becomes much easier as well. Like, questioning anything, like, especially with the resistance. Why am I resisting it? Why am I not able to connect with it? What is holding back? What is coming in? So constantly we have this question as like, I'm trying to find out rather than a worry. That's a difference. Like, when we are having open-ended question and you're really sitting with it, the idea pops in, or that information is already being resonated. Someone else speaks about it right in that moment of time, or even you feel like, oh, I'm not even need to have that question. I feel I have understood. Something has shifted deep inside us. Yeah. Hope that was making sense. So the adjustments are happening here right now, the downloads and your expansion. And imagine, like, yeah, another metaphor they were showing is imagine you're preparing for an exam and how you deliver it, how you go through the preparation, and when you give your test, what is that results? It's all about, like, if the results are 100 out of 100, great. If you haven't got like 100, like if it is 92, you're going to check in, what did I not get it? Like, what do I need to focus on those 8 points? And go back, refresh. Like, here nobody's grading us. It's kind of like, understanding of like, what else I need to learn here in this particular subject, that or your seed or your intention that you are moving through. And that helps us to connect, to the deeper wisdom that our soul has. But remember, down at the very core, there is so much of a beauty you're here to deliver, and that is the beauty is coming out. Yeah. Constantly you're seeing more and more knowingness of your soul that you haven't understood unless these mini expansions are happening. But definitely it's not the easiest one. And we might ask ourselves, why did I take this contract? Why did I make it harder on myself? Why can't I have an easy one, right? But I always say, like, just because we could deal, that's the reason we took on these challenges, and we got the support as well. They say, remember your guides, remember your guardian angel, remember your archangels, like, the beings of light, anything that you want to call on, they're right there. All we need to do is ask and receive it. And we are not on our own to deal with all this. Yeah. So brace ourselves, and here is what it is. Like, we are not alone. That's the reason we came in together to support each other and lift the community, lift each our energies as well, to see the brightness in ourselves, right? Especially into the soul gatherings now. We are not being even thinking who is there across the room. How do I feel in the room? Like, am I safe enough to expand, talk what I feel like? And then we are just outpouring, resonating with everyone, because that soul is being open to connect and to materialize into an understanding that we are having. Yeah. So this is really, really a beautiful phase, is what I would say, that we are all going through. Embrace it, journey with it, and know this will pass too. And because the previous ones have passed as well, and then we have more stability. Now we are going through another layers of the truth revelations coming through, that we feel like, okay, I'm here for good reasons. Let's do the work. Any insights about conflicts between caring for vulnerable family members that we love dearly versus focus on the work that pays our rent and which we also enjoy? And that's a loaded question. I love that. Yeah. The conflicts between the caring for the vulnerable family members. Um, think about, like, are we wanting to, this is a question I'm sitting with as well is like, is that my need or it's a need of someone else? Like, do I want to say, give this tea to you because I want you to taste this, or do you really want it? And am I offering for you with that reasons? Like, when we are caring for our family members, we do sit with like, I want to do this because that makes me feel good. Maybe one or twice they have asked us to do it, but we found the juiciness in doing that. Now, no matter what the challenges we are going through, the burnt out, the thread being thinner, we are still showing up because it's us. And this is where the interesting boundaries are coming back, that expansion that has happened in giving, giving, giving. We are coming back to ourselves. And when you come back to yourself, of course, our loving people who have received, now they are not being receiving the same thing. There will be some conflict that comes up. The readjustment is what's coming up, like, because you have taken time, not as you, but like you have taken time to come back to recheck on you, but they have left vulnerable. Like, it's like you are telling your kid to sleep with you for 2 years, and all of a sudden you're putting them into the next room and they are here crying because it's such a shock for them, right? The readjustment of it, and thinking about what is my priority, why am I doing it, how can I make it more balanced? When you are in alignment, even if you give like instead of an hour, 30 minutes of a service or 10 minutes of a service is profound because you're fully present, not feeling regretting, not feeling guilt or being shamed as well. You're fully present, and that's what you are clearing up your cycles as well. But it is hard to speak up because we have not been told to speak our emotions or say, like, I'm going to draw a line, I'm not going to reach out, right? If I can't remember my dreams, but no, I had a dream with possible downloads. Am I missing the message, or does it still reach me in another way? It definitely reaches in another ways. Yeah. Interesting. You asked that because last night when I just laid on the bed, I was having so much of a download. I didn't even bother to go grab my um journal. Like, the flow was so intense, like communication I was having with my guides and everything. And I said, like, oh my God, you guys are so speeding up, like, hang on a moment. Like, they said, no, it's just we had saying all this. And then you will be taking the little parts of it as you need to know. As a day goes by, you will be utilizing that information. Yeah. It's like you did your school, right? With all the subjects, and in any way, we won't be using all that, but kind of, what a geography is, what a history is when it comes to live the part of the life. Yeah. So definitely they are within you. They'll be coming up in different formats. Maybe you'll be just having a deja vu moment. Damn, I know this, like, but we don't remember where it was from. It was from that parallel reality of the dream realm we had it. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense for you both guys. That's beautiful questions. I loved it. So let's settle into receiving Reiki or any other energy questions or any intentions. I am loving this energy that we are building up right now into the collective consciousness. I hope you all are feeling that as well, along with me. So to receive Reiki, if it's your first time, do let me know. But if you have been with me before, or you have been a Reiki practitioner yourself, or you have received Reiki multiple times, you know the protocols. All you need to do is lie down, sit comfortably, and be in a restful position. I'll be sending Reiki to all the 7 chakras, feel into the energies, observe what's happening in these chakras. Like, it could be a tingle sensations, pins and needles, like twitches in your body, a bit of a restlessness, maybe for some people. Right now, see if you have physical issues, check on them. And once after we finish the healing, check on them. Has anything improved? So you are kind of, if you're a skeptic like me, that is your point. Like, something shifted. Like, how am I feeling? A lot of people do feel more clarity, more awakened, more alert. Nothing to do with the sleep side, but like you're more like observant, more of that The space of the thoughts is being silenced as well. Your clarity comes beautifully. First time, absolutely be open, open mind, open body, and see what comes through. All you need to do is be in that surrender, breathing space, and observing. The thoughts would be coming in, but that's completely okay to go with the flow of, like, what these thoughts are showing you up with. Yeah, where they are leading. If they are like kind of like, oh, I need to do these do. Okay, pause. I'll come back to you after the meditation, like, and bring yourself back gently. It's not a meditation or receiving the energy like to be in a no thought zone. Of course, we are not going to battle that right now in this so easy. Please give me your permission by saying yes in the comments or by the love heart so we can start it. Robin, some parts of the Akashic messages you might have missed in, but there is a replay happening on my YouTube. Most welcome to receive that later. Yeah. So welcome. Anyone completely new to me? Thank you, guys. Lovely to see your yeses in the hearts. So set an intention. Thank you, Caitlin, for being here. Um, Set your intentions for this beautiful full moon to uncover your seeds that you planted and to see where you are journeying with them. And with that, be open minded, open body to receive this beautiful Reiki energy, universal life force energy that's been tuned in into your beingness. Gently softening your gaze or closing your eyes, whichever brings in more connection to you. Breathe in and out, relaxing into your body, into your shoulders, and breathing out your legs, your head and neck muscles, relaxing, being in the moment. Calling in the Reiki energy to flow through me, through this beautiful internet portal, and to be received into your higher self for this beautiful full moon lunar eclipse, connecting to the frequencies of the cosmos, to the frequencies of you, and clearing up anything that's not serving with a gentle energy flow and filling our vessels with these light frequencies. Breathe in and out. Now feel the energy moving through on your crown, the top of your head. You may notice a heat, tingle sensations, or a heaviness flowing in. Breathe, observing. And allow this energy to gently move down to your third eye. Observe that thumping, pulsating energies between your eyebrows, receiving the Reiki energy for your highest good to clear up your intuition, anything that's coming along the way, opening, expanding, and releasing anything that's not serving. Breathe. Let that energy drop into your throat. Opening up, expanding, allowing to speak your truth. Now dropping into your heart center, opening, expanding, releasing anything that's not serving. So you feel the connection to your emotions, to your love, finding the peace and the calmness. Notice the ease of your breath coming through as you're expanding into your chest, into your heart. Gently dropping your attention into your solar plexus, upper belly, where your digestion happens. Observe the energy moving through, connecting to your inner child. Opening up, receiving, expanding. Easing. And letting the energy move down into your sacral chakra, your lower belly. It's your creative center, the connection to you, your desires, your wants, opening up, receiving, releasing anything that's not serving. Feel the warmth on your lower back, on your sacral, your navel. Slowly dropping that attention into your root chakra, the base of your spine. Feel the energy moving through, spinning, expanding, releasing anything that's not serving, releasing those limitations that are not yours. And allow that beautiful energy move through your thighs, your knees, lower legs, ankles, your feet, your toes. Feel the tingle sensations running through your body. or visualize a stream of light, cleansing, expanding, opening up, down into your shoulders, both the hands, elbows, palms, fingertips. Breathe in and out. And just in this moment, calling in your guides, your higher mind, to share a message or a wisdom with you at this moment of time, a word, a symbol, a color, anything that resonates with you. Think the Reiki energy, the guides, your higher mind, your spirits, for holding this beautiful space, bringing your palms onto your heart. Feel into that energy body that you just created. As you feel your palms on your heart center or visualize it, feel the flow of that energy moving through your body into your loved ones, into your community, into your work, into your belonging, the spaces, interactions, the people, connections, anything that hurts you. You're sending this beautiful love, the healing energies through all the parts. Now bringing that awareness back, sensing, connecting to your own gifts, connecting to your feet, gently wiggling them, your fingers, bringing them closer, warming them up, gently rubbing them together, and placing it over your face, your eyes. Take a nice deep breath, feel the warmth. Holding on to this beautiful expanded energy awareness. You can slowly open your eyes. Maybe stay away from the screen just for a few moments. Gently coming back, being aware of the warmth, the temperature in your body, around you, feeling into this energy you just created. Have some water to ground yourself. If you got a message, make a note of it. Come back. Yeah. Thank you all for doing this journey and together to receive. Feel into that energy. Feel into that bliss, expanded state Make sure you're grounded, your feet strong on the ground. Take a few more deep breaths. If you feel lightheaded, I feel that was a stronger one. It came through. Be into your beingness. And let me know when you're back in the comment or the hearts. Let me know, love to know what your experience was. I felt some of the profound ones, like my throat. I could feel, as speaking even into the collective, the throat was activating us strongly. Did anyone feel that? And then the gut. Love to know if anyone felt those. Definitely felt the throat. Yeah, Michelle says yes. Very strong in the spleen as well. Interesting. That's beautiful. I need to check what spleen means. Yeah. Could hear you, but also maybe slept. My throat does feel warm and easy. Yeah. And there is another good exercise is to do the humming. If many of you felt the throat, so take a deep breath and hum through. So you're allowing those frequencies to move through. There's a lot of energy conversion is happening. It's like what we are seeing is not what we need to see. There is a different story. There is a layers that we are allowing ourselves to see through as well. The way they're showing is this image of when you are boiling water, the water is evaporating, but it's not gone. It's changing the shape and the form of it. And it's right there. Like, everything is here, but we are choosing what we want. And what we want is aligned with our soul meaningful contract we made. And that's where we are coming back. We may be narrowing down a lot of things that we were doing, unburdening, taking the layers off, but it's all to come to your truth, to who you are, because with so much of a weight, we can't get onto the Mount Everest. We definitely need to feel more into lighter weight that we do, what we need to carry through here. And that's the amazingness. Yeah. Thank you. I felt in my gut, tingling in my fingers. Yeah. Again, those feels are a physical proof energy is moving through. When we drop into the consciousness, the life force energy within us is showing, hey, I'm there, I'm moving it through for you. And we are giving that permission because we need that. Thank you so much, Carolina, for your donation. Much appreciated. Deep gratitude. How is everyone feeling? You all back? Because you allowed it. You gave that permission. I need this now. I need this. You're making a strong protocol about what your needs are and how we need to function through as well. And actually, receiving is such a beautiful gift of resting. Okay, I'm pausing to receive update of myself. Just like our computers go through those reset updates, right? One is waiting on my laptop there, and you completely need to shut down as it's doing it, like, maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 20 minutes, like, and we give that permission. You do what you need to do. I'm doing what I need to do, like, and it's so important. And that's where when you're feeling the discomfort in your body, when you surrender and show me what I need to see, the magic is flowing in. Yeah. And that's a gift. That's a gift we give ourselves. And knowing that, like, always recheck, like, who else is feeling this? Like, because many times we feel like it's only me. But when I started telling my story, I noticed like years ago, everyone is feeling into these stories, but in a different context. But everyone knows what I mean, like, but before that, I thought it's just me, poor me, because we weren't allowed to tell who we are, isn't it? Mm, I did need to receive this. I love that. Thank you all for being here. And a little request if you're drawn to this and you loved it, and if you are feeling like, feel drawn for energy exchange, please click on that donation that helps us to be here, show up, be on the Inside Time at this platform to share our gifts, be in this collective consciousness. Yeah. And other ways you can support our work is give a follow if you're new and you're enjoying it. So you get the notifications of the next ones being there. But also, other ways is there are a lot of audio files, podcasts, and meditations upon my Insight Timer. You can listen to it and leave a comment. So that will be good too. Why the smoky quartz crystal? Oh, this is my amethyst crystal. I've been so much drawn to this. When I was in Hawaii in December, as it's a transmutation kind. So I always keep it as shifting up the energies. As you can know, like right now with the internet, we are feeling tired. Right? Giving, giving, giving. And this is a carrier that I use. I joined up, like, you change the energy. I love the smoky quartz that's on my desk too. Yeah, definitely we need orgonite. I do have orgonite too. So some of the tools on definitely on your desk is so needed. So journaling is a good way to use these energies, and I'm just going to check. I usually do the Louis Hay on these moon cycle gatherings, what the messages come through. So I do have this page, which is 57, deserving. What it says is some of the things you believe were never true. They were someone else's fears. Give yourself a chance to examine your thoughts. Change those that are negative. You are deserving. I deserve good in my life. Sometimes, when our inner messages are telling us that we are not allowed to be happy, or when we create good things in our lives and haven't changed those early messages, we will do something to thwart our happiness. When we don't believe that we deserve good, we will knock the support out from under us. Sometimes we hurt ourselves or develop physical problems or have accidents. We have to start believing that we deserve all the good that life has to offer. Absolutely. Like, it's like I deserve good in my life is what we need to remember. Because that's again, like we are not being only challenged. We also have the gifts that we haven't utilized it. It's remembering it now. It's like when you were a child, some of the memories do come in when we pay attention to it, and we start using those ideas or connecting to the people as well. Yeah, but remembering of your limitations, where they are coming from, and shifting them is the most important thing. Yeah, many of us think these limitations are mine, I just need to sit with it, like, but actually no, they are ancestors, because they didn't know any better. They would be putting that thinking like to protect us, but actually it's not even that. And when we feel it, like, I'm ready to take the risk, and that is who I am, and I'm changing my narrative, like, so those things I definitely wouldn't use to my children, because that's not my limitation. But I might be unknowingly using something else, and then I need to catch up. Oh, is this really true, or is this my truth or their truth? Like, so watch your words. When we are present, we do watch our words. We do say only good things, even though it's your fear, you hold on to, like, because it's not relevant for the other person. Yeah. So remember that you have got a lot of inner potentials. Connect with that. And yeah, if anyone is interested, I do one-to-one Akashic readings and Reiki as well here on Insight Timer, or check on my bio. And who joined late, you can receive this full broadcast on my YouTube as a replay. And I want to receive more detailed messages, check the newsletter, sign up for it on my website. Love to stay connected and see what comes through. How are you all feeling? Lighter? Better than what you came in for? Did you check in, like, your physical body when you came in to how you're feeling now? Because our physical body never lies. This shows, like, I'm the same, or I feel better now. Thank you so much, Michelle, for your donation. Thank you so much, Denise, for your donation. Much appreciated. Keep yourself into the light and take in what resonated with you and just play around with that. My pain subsided. Yay. You rested and you saw the energy move through. It's interesting to observe with the pain body is with the chronic illness. Like when the pain is like, it brings all the attention to that part of the body. And like a storm, like, heaviness as like, we can't move forward. We recognize, thank you. Or what are you teaching me? Like some of the emotional storages we're holding on to, like a crystal energies. And when they're just melting away, it's so beautiful to notice it. Oh, you shifted. Thank you. Now I can do what I need to do. Use your voice, use your authenticity, and connect yourself for this beautiful full moon. And watch out the full moon later on, and be in love. Love yourself unconditionally. Thank you so much for being here and being in the part of the journey together. I love you all, and thank you so much. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May the world be in peace and may you shine your light. And for those who are celebrating Holi, Festival of Colors, happy Holi. Take care, lots of love, and see you on Thursday. Thank you.